Hey, this is Shaun with the Atlanta Tennis Podcast, powered by Go Tennis. Check out our calendar of Metro Atlanta tennis events at letsgotennis.com and look out for our upcoming fall festival in November. See our ad in Net News, and we hope to see you all there. Today, this is 10 Minutes of Tennis with world-renowned tennis coach, Australian in Puerto Rico, Justin Yeo. This is 10 tips in 10 minutes. So today's topic is MidCourt and the movement through the MidCourt. So we're going to start with 10 tips on how to improve your MidCourt game. Justin, number one, creating a MidCourt ball. Go.
Yeah. We spend a lot of time on the baseline. I mean, most people with your training and all your practice and everything you do, it's baseline to baseline, baseline to baseline. I mean, I'd say almost 95 to 98% of what people do. But what are we hitting from the baseline is to try to create an opportunity to finish the point. And to finish the point, you have to eventually work your way to the net, which is the midcourt section. So I spend a lot of my sessions on the midcourt. And what I tend to say to people, the first tip is learn how to create that opportunity. You know, let's see how you can identify between the three elements, right? Up, down, forward, and back, side to side. Try to create what's going to give you that invitation to come forward and take care of the point. So creating the opportunity to hit a midcourt ball is really important to put into your patterns and your practice from the baseline.
As opposed to just waiting for it and hoping you get that short ball, you actually find the way to get what you're looking for. I like it.
Yep.
Number two, identifying the opportunity before what?
Yes. So same again, right? Is I've identified what we could created it, but if I don't identify the opportunity, right, that it's going to see, I'm still sitting on the baseline waiting for a ball. Right? If I've identified it, I'm actually going to start to be prepared to go forward and look for it, right? So we tend to see a guy will come out wide and hit the slice, and it's a floater sitting right there in three-quarter court, and we're sort of waiting for the ball, and we go, oh, there it is again. I missed my opportunity.
Yeah.
You're not identifying that that's what he does every time he goes to hit the slice back.
So like a chess move, I do this, you do that. I've got to be ready for it.
Yep. And you'll see patterns, right? So I say, when you see the patterns, start to say, well, that's identified. Now as soon as he does that, I'm looking to go.
Yep. Number three, take risks in your training.
Yes. So same again, right? Like when you're in practice and you're getting a midcourt ball or you're getting chances to take the opportunity, a lot of people will be, too risky, too low percentage, and if you don't have the mindset that you're going to give that a go, whatever happens, and practice it, like practice feeling the risk. I used to call it kamikaze when I played doubles with my partner, right? And I'd say before the point starts, he'd say kamikaze. And he's like, what's that? You know, you're like, basically the Japanese, they fly in and just, they get bombed or they blow up something, right? So same thing. I used to go, I'm striking this ball and I'm running straight to the net. So I'm running all the way in, So if you don't take any risks, you'll never learn how to come forward and actually take care of the point or take time away from your opponent or give yourself more opportunity to be more aggressive, right? You have to take risks. So that's that tip there. Practice the risk.
High risk, high reward. Yes, sir. So number four, split step stance.
Yeah, so a split step stance when you're waiting for the ball for baseline and you're rallying tends to be not necessarily in your heels, but you tend to be down, neutral, central, so you can go back and forth from the baseline. When you're coming forward, again, identifying is the first part. Then once you've identified, it's getting more weight into the balls of your feet, getting your head slightly forward, getting ready to explode forward. Because if not, you're going to be one step or half a step behind to hit that ball, which then you get cautious because you're like, I saw it, but I wasn't in the correct stance. So ready stance of being able to get ready for that ball is really critical.
Which can help you not hesitate, correct?
Correct. It really it's giving you the front foot ready to go forward and give it a shot, which again comes down to risking, comes down to Again, what's the next step? I think it's footwork, right? The
Number
footwork
5, footwork
right.
pattern takeoff.
So once I split step, my first 2 steps need to be full stride versus I see too many people going into cross step straight away, and they're going to be what I call playing catch up for the mid-court ball, right? When you get that opportunity, you want to have 2 strong strides to get your momentum before you go into your cross step. So progressing forward with the right footwork pattern is critical as well. And I that's probably what I spend 90% of my training time teaching people mid-court, is learning the footwork progression, because then everything just works for them. It helps them in preparation. It helps everything. I think that's probably the next one I've probably got is preparation, right?
It's progression to the ball with preparation. Yeah.
There you go. So footwork pattern, along with if the footwork's right, you've got your momentum. So now, because you've got momentum, you can go into cross step. You're going into cross step, or some people call karaoke, right? If you go into cross step, that gives you the chance to prepare and ready for the ball. So there is a lot of, purpose around the footwork pattern to get ready for preparation to the ball.
Like a dancer, I have to practice those specific steps.
Yeah. So again, ball short, soft. You got to run maybe even faster than in preparation. Then you've got ones a little bit deeper. It's right 3/4 court. So it's like one big stride, get momentum, and then cross step and then take advantage. So you've got to vary it up. But what I want everyone to understand is mid-court has a lot to do with your footwork pattern and your stance getting ready. All of this stuff is preparation, not just, oh, I'm waiting for a ball to sit mid-court and now I'll practice it.
Exactly. All right. Number 7, changing gears a little bit. Drive volleys can help early contact.
Yes, so that's one I practice a lot with kids and with even with midweek ladies. We call midweek ladies in Australia. You just call them ladies, 3-0s, 3-5s,
yep.
And I'll tell them every time I hit this ball up in the air, I want you to run forward into 3/4 court and drive it out of your chest. Whether they get it most of the time at their waist, because that's where they're comfortable, they're at least trying to drive through the ball with a short contact, with a short compact swing, and connecting way out in front. And if they can do it and get the ball and hit it clean, then you let the next one bounce, and then they start to realize, oh, I can hit this on the rise. I can hit it early. And a drive volley can help that.
Number 8, learn to hit chest height. And you included grip tension with loose shoulders only activated. What does that mean?
Yeah, so sorry, grip tension is loose. And the only thing the only thing that's activated is the shoulder.
So this is connected to the drive volley, right?
Well, it can be connected to the drive volley, but when you're coming into the net, what I quite commonly, as you have people coming forward into a mid-court ball, I tend to see tight grip, tight arm. And so in the end, they really don't get the whip and the finish when they're coming in forward. They get a compact, short, stiff, no follow through.
Kind of poke at
a block approach shot. And when you get a block approach shot, you're not going to penetrate. So then you get caught on the volley. So there's all these things in mid-court. I try to tell people to hit the ball. They tend to, when they go up for a chest height too, they'll tend to get everything tight. And really, everything needs to be loose. And the only thing that activates is the shoulder joint. That's why players look so loose and calm when they come forward, because they're only activating the muscles they really need, and everything else is very elastic.
Yep. And last 2 are focused on your practice. So tips to talk about practice specifically. Number 9 is practice mid-court under pressure.
Yeah. So grab a partner, make them feed different balls at you from different areas of the court, and practice, right, coming forward and playing against them, and then put it under pressure, put a score system to it. If there's no score, there's no pressure, you see? And nobody, whether it's your buddy or not, nobody likes to lose. So, apply the pressure all the time. You lose 10-0, big deal. That other player does a round, then you do a round, then you do a round, then another do a round. Next thing you know, it could be 10-2. Next thing is 10-6, because you're starting to get used to the risk taking, the footwork patterns, taking the ball early, realizing where your mistakes were and improving it. So practice under pressure, and all these things will start to get better.
That's great. And do we have any drills to practice mid-court with a
Yeah.
partner to finish us off?
Absolutely. Last one is just drills. Again, get your partner to feed, dropping the, hitting the ball down so it gets topspin and bounces really fast to you on the way out on the other end. That's a good one to practice, being able to come forward. Get them to drop shot it, make it short on you so you have to run forward, make it count, and then get ready for a volley. There's tons of different drills, but don't be just standing in the middle of the court and feeding a ball. You really need to be in the corner. You really need to be deep in the court. Your partner could be deep in the court and hit a high lob, and you come in and hit a dry ball, right? So practice everything that you're being put into play and practice doing it in wrist.
Love it. Justin Yo, this has been 10 tips in 10 minutes focused on the mid-court. Thank you, sir. We'll see you next week.
See you, mate. Take care.